because of the pedigree of these young fighters. The shins are off in this one, Kevin.
Yep. Requirements have been met. It's going to be full contact, no shin guards.
All right, fight fans, here we go. Now in the cage, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the featherweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Gone 3 Fight Lifestyles. Introducing our referee in charge of this bout, Michael Bell. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing green trunks. He is trained by Ben Jones at CSW in Fullerton by way of Anaheim. He weighed 145 pounds. His record, 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, with 2 wins coming by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Slick Nick Patea! His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks, trimmed in white. He is training out of SYG Fight Team in Santa Ana by way of Buena Park. He weighed 144 pounds. His record, 3 wins, 1 loss, with 1 win coming by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Elijah Perez. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the featherweight division.
All right, the stage is set. 145-pound action. Elijah Perez, Nick Patea, getting ready to throw those hands inside the SparStar cage. 3rd man in charge of the action, referee Mike Bell. Kevin, here we go. Nice touch of the gloves, and we are underway.
Both fighters in that orthodox stance here.
Ooh, some nice hands from Slick Nick Patea early on, looking for that home run hit.
Yeah, right away, Patea very busy. Perez looks for that body lock and gets it.
Use that Superman punch on the entry.
Trying to soften up Patea now up against the cage, throwing some knees to the thigh.
Patea trying to work the over-under here.
Yeah, Patea needs to get his back off the cage and does so. Nice job. Oh, he eats a stiff jab there from Perez.
Both these guys swinging for the fences early on. Nice head kick.
Head kick lands. Perez on wobbly legs now.
Yeah, Elijah Perez leaned into that one, didn't he, Kevin?
Sure did, and he's looking to get the fight to the ground in an effort to recover, but Patea doing a nice job of shucking him off. Nice calf kick there from Patea, spins Perez around.
Nick Patea giving Elijah Perez all sorts of things to think about here early on in the 1st round. Elijah in on the hips here, but unable to get the fight to the mat so far.
Yeah, Perez determined to get this fight to the ground, but Patea's defense against the cage is nice. He just needs to get his back off the fence and try to circle out. He does so again. Very nice job.
Beautiful job pivoting away by Slick Nick Patea. We're running out of nicknames, Kevin.
Right.
We got Slick Nick fighting now. We got Slick Rick fighting later.
That's all right. Everybody's slick.
Oh, another head kick. He's found a home for that twice.
Yeah, and Patea is gaining confidence. You can see it. Perez looking a little rattled here. Beautiful outside leg trip. Can he keep it here, though?
Not able to keep the legs underneath him.
No, beautiful whizzer from Patea to stand back up. Fighting the wrist control now is Patea, doing everything right here. Got a nice wide stance, got his hips under him, spins away again, but Perez is strong in this position.
He's staying heavy on that hip there, driving the left shoulder into the body of Patea. Patea, just ragdolling him there.
Yeah, Patea had enough of that nonsense. Decided to wrap around, punch him in the ear.
Just missing with that uppercut. Patea looking for it again. Patea's putting his punches and kicks together in combination, doing a nice job of doing that so far.
He's got a wicked calf kick too. You see how he's throwing it way below the knee. It's very hard to check those. You can see the calf of Perez already is black and blue on his left leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice spinning heel kick. Patea really opening up here, giving a lot of looks to Perez. Perez looks tired already.
Oh, another right hand from Patea.
Spinning kick misses badly. Perez flat-footed.
Elijah Perez keeping his head on that center line, not moving off.
Oh,
just target practice at this point for Patea.
That knee was high. Referee didn't warn him. Beautiful job for Perez. Finally gets it to where he wanted, but too little too late. And Perez, it looks like he might have had a tough weight cut because he is moving very slow after just a couple minutes of action. And that's common in camo. You know, there's a science to cutting weight here because you have the same day weigh-in.
Right.
You know, you've got to, these guys are fighting at 145 pounds. Sometimes you wake up at 150, you've got to cut 5 pounds, you know, the same day. And it's almost impossible to replenish those electrolytes in 3 to 4 hours. You just don't have enough time.
One of the things that the commission's been worried about is the water weight and the effect on the brain as far as rehydration. Your body's able to rehydrate in a certain amount of time, but it takes a day or two for the fluid in your brain to regenerate. So one of the things that they've been worried about is the actual bouncing around of the brain inside the head.
Yep, you're liable to get your lights turned out a lot quicker when you've cut a lot of weight.
One round in the books. And Kevin, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. It was all slick Nick Patea in that first round.
Yeah, he came on strong and kept the pressure up, you know, sparing a few moments. He had his back against the cage, but he didn't take any damage. Here we go at the top of round 2. Patea with that calf kick again. Really doing a number on Perez's leg with that low kick. Beautiful
Good
ankle
job by
pick.
Elijah Perez charging forward.
But he's too tired to capitalize. Oh, big right hand lands for Perez though. Perez now seemed to be waking up a little bit. He's got his hands locked, should get the takedown here.
Patea trying to create a scramble, looking to take the back here, back on his feet.
Yeah, Patea just seems to have better cardio, at least today. Patea on top now inside the half guard of Perez. Perez gonna make an attempt to get an underhook and either, yeah, he's got his close guard back.
Looking to frame now, trying to create a little bit of space so he can posture up.
See him switching his hips over. Might be looking for some type of an arm lock.
Got him out, cover!
There it is. It was a nice attempt from Perez, but Patea too hip to it. Looking to pass the guard now.
Hammer fist, beautiful job by Nick Patea. Now digging to the body.
You can get a good look at that left, well, you could. I was going to say get a good look at that left calf of Perez. Beautiful arm lock here. Patea in trouble.
Oh, belly down, that's tight, Kevin.
He may have it. Patea, he's running the wrong way. He needs to jump over the body of Perez. There he goes.
Out of trouble for now. Slick Nick Patea does a great job of battling out of that submission attempt.
He needs to respect the close guard of Perez. He found that out the hard way. Almost got finished with an arm lock. Got to be disheartening if you're Perez too, as tired as he is.
Right over in the mount. Secured the position with a nice shuck there.
We can't see how much time is left in the round, but Perez is in real trouble here. If Patea just opens up, I don't know how much gas he's got in the tank, but a flurry might be able to end this thing. We're going to look for a Darce choke now. See him threading his arm through the armpit there of Perez. He might be falling over for a Japanese necktie. No, he abandoned that.
Stop being lazy. Put in work.
Patea back to his feet here.
Patea breathing heavily now as well.
Elijah Perez trying to drive the shoulder into Nick Patea here. Patea's going to try to get off that cage, and he does.
Both these guys moving in slow-mo right now. You can tell. I think the weight cut really got to him.
Oh, nice knee. That was high.
Yeah, that's the second one of the fight. Mike Bell missed the first one.
Knees to the head, illegal in the amateur division here.
He's going to let him off with a warning. It probably could be a point if he had seen the first one.
Nice 1-2 from Patea on the restart.
Beautiful knee to the body. That one hurt Perez. Oh, left hook lands for Perez as on the way out. These guys are tired, but they're not backing down. Round 3 is going to be real interesting, Jonathan.
2 rounds into the books. Looked like another round for Nick Patea. Although Elijah Perez certainly did show signs of life in that second frame, Kevin.
Yeah, he came alive a little bit there. That armbar attempt was real nice. I saw him earlier turning his hips over, and I had an inkling that he had a nice closed guard, but man, he really surprised Patea with that arm attempt and almost finished the fight.
An errant knee from Nick Patea drew a warning from Mike Bell.
And that could be huge if he lands another one and gets a point deducted, because this is a close fight. So he's going to have to be real careful not to break any more rules.
Some last minute encouragement from Jacob Rosales as Nick Patea and Elijah Perez getting ready for third round action here at SparStar MMA.
Patea trying to get the crowd behind him and see if it helps him with his energy level. This round's going to be dictated by whoever the fresher fighter is.
Both fighters take to the center of the cage.
Both flat-footed though. Patea moving around a little bit.
Little bounce in his step there.
Little bounce. There's that calf kick. I was just about to say, I'd like to see him throw that calf kick again. Perez's leg really chewed up from those kicks.
Another one from slick Nick Patea.
Yeah, you can see Perez really
hesitant. Light on that lead leg.
Yeah, he's really hesitant to put weight on it. And that affects everything. It affects your movement, your power. You can't sit down on your punches. You can't push off. Oh, head kick misses. He's stuck in a triangle here, though, if Patea can seal it.
He's trying to adjust with his hands right now, looking for perhaps an omoplata.
Beautiful job from Perez to shuck his legs off the shoulder. Patea's in real trouble here. He needs to get up and get back to his feet. He's in danger of losing a round.
Let's see what Elijah Perez can do with this real estate now that he's in top position.
Perez setting up what I think is a dart stroke here. He's going to walk his hips up to the north-south position. Am I right? It looks like he's trying to go north-south. He's going to thread his left hand to his right bicep if he can get all the way north-south. I think Patea is wise to it, though. He's not letting him pass his elbow under.
Patea trying to turn the corner to get a leg here. But Elijah Perez in top position, controlling.
He's going to look for that Kimura now. Look for him to get wrist control on that left arm of Patea.
Big deep breath from Nick Patea. You sensed that there was going to be an explosion of movement, and there was, but Elijah Perez able to reset.
And now it's Perez in the closed guard of Patea. Let's see what Patea's got off his back. Looking for that old school up and over sweep, perhaps looking for a Kimura. Nothing doing.
Elijah Perez smashing through the defense of Nick Patea here.
There he is again, goes for that up and over sweep, but he opened up his guard prematurely and allowed Perez to hop over to the half guard. He does have a Kimura lock on that arm though, and
Patea trying to get back over the top. Beautiful job.
Uses that Kimura to sweep, and now it's Patea on top. He's got to pass that leg and try to get to dominant position and land some ground and pound.
Softening blows from Nick Patea.
Might
as
take
Elijah Perez up against the cage here.
Perez in danger of giving up his back if he tries to stand up on his and post on that right leg again.
One hook in for Patea.
Knee to the body there for Patea. Looking to score any way possible.
Time running short here.
Nice little body slam for Patea would score some points. Beautiful takedown. There it is. That's probably going to seal it. I got to imagine the fight goes to Nick Patea.
Tremendous job from Nick Patea.
Looked like he really pushed through some fatigue. Perez did a nice job too, and never giving up. Just seemed to be a little tired out there after the first round. Was never able to really quite recover.
Nick Patea punctuates a beautiful 3-round performance with a dominant finish at the end of the third round. Beautiful takedown. Finished the fight in top control, and Kevin, he pretty much was in top control the whole fight.
Yeah, Patea, I mean, pretty much dominated everywhere. Outside of that armbar attempt that was very close for Perez, Patea really had his number on the feet and on the ground.
Getting a look at some of the recapped action. Elijah Perez in top control here. He did have some moments, but most of those moments belong to Slick Nick Patea, and I'm pretty sure that's the way the judges are going to see it. Kevin, how did you score the fight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, outside of that arm lock attempt, it was all Patea. Should win a unanimous decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to our scorecards. We have our decision. Judge at cage side, Don Howard scores the bout 30-26, while both judges cage side, Dr. Nelson Hamilton and Jackie Denkin, score the bout 30-27 in favor of our winner by unanimous decision, the red corner, Slick Nick Patea!
All smiles from Slick Nick Patea. Big win as he moves his amateur record to the right side of 500. Patea now 4-3-1. Picks up the big win for the CSW crew here at SparStar MMA. And every time we see him, Kevin Widows, he seems to get better and better, and that's exactly what you want to see from these young amateur fighters. You want to see growth from fight to fight, and I think we saw that from Nick Patea tonight.